And if anything, you should all look at this and go, me, you mean the price could triple just going back to the 50% rule? Is that for real? I mean, it just goes to show how absolutely beaten into the ground this whole sector is. It's fascinating. So I hope you guys can all see, right? And who can tell me, if you see an image that looks like this, how do you read this? Do you read this as opportunity is nowhere? Or do you read this as opportunity is now here? Unfortunately, I can't tell you the answer to that. Only you can answer that. But I'll tell you, when I look at this, I go, me, opportunity is now here. These things are they're just sitting there like sitting ducks. And the kick in the pants is I wouldn't be surprised if one day after the next, you just see these things all of a sudden start to perk up. And I mean, does anybody know what is the cause of this rally here today? I mean, I might even argue that this sort of looks sort of like boom, 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 boom. A little bit cockeyed, but interestingly enough, David actually doesn't mind upwardly sloping head and shoulders patterns like that. I wouldn't mind that. I know David, he does like to have like an atom before his head and shoulders. So maybe his head and shoulders look something like that. And this is his atom here. I mean, I guess just the point of the matter here is, gee whiz. I mean, look at that. And even that's a 52-week range. God. How ironic, eh? So in a weird sort of way, is this and maybe I need your guys' help. Is this the start of a new bull market, or is this just nothing more than a dead cat bounce that naturally should happen? Well, what's the level that we said that markets should trade back to? And you should expect this at any given point in time, anywhere. You should just expect it. Well, I mean, I like 50% rule, WD Gann. But what I often find, and this is where Colin actually really took my sort of teaching and really ran with the ball, is he really likes his 38.2 to 50% zone as sort of like, if this was a big bull run, probably even like, that looks a little bit much. Where would be a good example? Probably something like that. Yeah. So you have this huge bull run. You're like, oh, I want to get in. Well, you should expect 38.2s at any given point in time. At any given point in time. Yes, Gann is traded to, but holy, I mean, talk about catching a falling knife. Just can you sort of train yourself to think, I really don't want to chase this up here. I do really want to get in on the bull. Can I somehow sneak my way in on this very natural event that should happen? This, unfortunately, it looks like it's the exact opposite. And they've just thrown the baby out with the bathwater. But what should I expect just as a natural retracement? I think it's perfectly common sense. And also, too, oh, what a surprise, there's the top of value. So this is probably also like a value trade. You can also see, too, there's a big node up here. So if we get any kind of rally up into that area, and that's probably all these people that bought that rally expecting moon, and then, of course, they got wiped out. Now they're sleeping on the couch, and they would just love nothing more than just get me the f out of that trade. So they actually step up and they start selling here. So my original question is this the start of a new bull market, or is this just nothing more than just a technical dead cat bounce? And actually, I think that this is really nothing more than just a very natural, normal, technical occurrence that should happen. Which kind of sucks, because if that's the case, whoops, I thought I'd put those away. If that's the case, then what happens after this? And I get the feeling that, again, probably going to rally our way into the end of the year. I feel like the whole damn risk market wants to lift here. But once this event's done, we get into next year, then what? What I'm worried about here is once we get into the new year, then what happens? And keep in mind, this election result is going to happen here, but these guys, they don't actually take office until here. So, this is what you ever heard the expression president-elect and congressman-elect and stuff like that. You get into this funny little window here where actually nothing really of substance happens. This will be the lame duck part of this Congress over here that was elected back, I guess, in I guess it was the end of 21 here, eh? Somewhere in there. So these guys got elected back here. This is the end of their term. And just like here, I guess you can kind of see this, that, there was the election. Kind of choppy. Then we, get into the new Congress. So that's there. Maybe we have that kind of window there. That wouldn't surprise me.